My next guest is coming off his first UFC victory. He gets that quick submission over Brian Kelleher at UFC 232 on December 29th. Of course, I'm talking about Montel Jackson, who's back here on the program. Montel, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for joining me. And again, congratulations on that win. Very quick, very impressive. Did you expect the fight to go that way? I know that kind of references your nickname there, Montel Quick, but were you expecting a quick finish like that?
No, man. I was really prepared for a fight, man. So like I didn't know how I was gonna go. I was coming out there to just to like to do my thing, man, and not do nothing out of the ordinary, man.
And I got to ask, heading into that fight, obviously there was the big news about them having to move the entire card from Vegas to California. How were you impacted by that? Were you already in Vegas when they made that choice, or did that happen later?
That happened later, but I was just happy that the fight happened and the event didn't get canceled. So I was super happy, man. I know a lot of people were upset because of like they could potentially get hit with like 30% like income tax for self-employment in California. So a lot of people wasn't happy, but the the general like way I looked at it like this, like listen, you can lose 30% or you can lose 100% and no one gets paid. So it's like you gotta weigh your options, man. You gotta go with what makes sense. Like I know a lot of people spent a lot of money on their camps, and a lot of people. Some people traveled, some people brought in people, some people brought coaches in. Like it was just a big investment. So I really didn't care, man. I was just trying to fight.
And just to clarify, so you got to go directly from Milwaukee to California. You didn't have to go to Vegas and then drive over?
No, we were set to fly out Christmas Day, so like we wasn't too much really affected. We just had to. It was just like leaving out on Christmas Day. That was like the biggest thing, but we're really like it really wasn't nothing, man. We flew to Vegas. We got picked up. I got my meals from the PI. I did some training there. Um, we're doing everything that we would normally do. Um, I got to use the PI to prepare like they had this cryotherapy tank there. They got a hot tub, they got a cold pool, they got everything you need there. So that little pit stop which was pretty good for me, man. I didn't mind it. And then Thursday we flew out on like a private charter plane to LA on Thursday afternoon. So like it really wasn't too bad, man.
And yeah, I'm sure it helped as well. Your manager's from California, so he probably knew a lot of things around the area that could kind of help you out if you needed something quick, like whether it was a grocery store or whatever else.
Yeah, Jason and Jacob at Iridium, yeah, they know the area, so like that was pretty dope, and we got to experience like a little bit of we got to experience Inglewood, walk around, sightsee, we got to saw the new stadium, and we hit up some decent restaurants. So like it was pretty dope, man. Like no complaints on my part.
What was the game plan heading into the fight?
Um, to do what I naturally do, man. Take my time, see what this guy got to offer, and then pick him apart.
And when you cracked him, did you feel like it was the beginning of the end for him, or did you know he was that hurt? Because just based off what we were seeing on the broadcast, it looked like that really affected him. And then, of course, you went in for the kill and got the submission.
I knew he was hurt, but I didn't know how bad the situation was. So like just leading like going into like the assessment, like as like I knew he was gonna try to like grind me up against the fence, and he was gonna try to weigh me down and everything. So I was prepared for that. So I knew it was coming. Um, but I didn't think it was gonna happen that quick. But I knew it was gonna happen. But when he kind of dropped. I kind of knew like, okay, I got him hurt, but don't rush it and don't overcommit on anything. So just you know keep following up with those small, little snappy, explosive, little power shots. Just boom, 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 boom. Because eventually, like um, what a lot of people don't realize is that like the initial shots don't hurt. The initial shot of getting hit, that stuff doesn't hurt. The follow up shots is the shots that hurt. Like those are the ones you feel. So like, um, I knew I just had to just follow up smart and not get regarded and not get put in a bad situation in which the momentum will stop on my side. So I just stay a little bit more like passive aggressive, and look for the opportunity to finish him. But I pretty much figured that like he was tough, so like he wasn't gonna go out like right away.
Right, and of course, you get the win, first UFC victory. I'm sure big moment for you, but obviously a little bit of a cloud over the fight just because you missed weight. What was the issue that caused you to miss weight? What was sort of the reason?
Like it really ain't no excuse or no reason, but like we went to 24-hour fitness and they had this scale that was off, and we was thinking it was like a pound heavier, and it comes back to be like almost like a pound and a half heavier, somewhat like give or take, depending on how it sway. It could be 2 pounds or it could be a pound. So like we kind of like accounted for that, but like the last time I came out of the sauna, I was like 137 on that scale. So I'm thinking like I'm under, and this was at like 11 o'clock. So we like jump on a van and I'm in a shuttle, and we were heading back to the hotel to weigh in. And once I weighed in on like the UFC scale, they're like, man, I'll tell you 2 pounds over, and you only got an hour. So well, I had less than an hour. I had like 30 minutes, 45 minutes or whatever. So I just jumped in the little sauna box, and I had I had got down I had got down to like I think like around like 136 point something, 137 almost. And I just stayed in there the rest of the time, and I got out. I was like, all right, I should be somewhat close. I was still sweating. Like I didn't even check like the regular scale. I went straight to the official scale, and it was like, oh, you're 137. I was like, fuck. But I just like contribute that stuff to like not having a good scale, man, and with not having a good scale, like it like caused me to mismanage the time that I was spending like I had to spend in the sauna. Like if I had to like another 2 pounds, I'd have just stay in the sauna extra 30 minutes and lost the weight and got it over with, and been no weight.
Fair enough. Yeah. So just one of those like minor things or whatever. It's not something that, I mean, yeah, you couldn't, you weren't able to weigh yourself properly. So that certainly didn't help the situation. I know Brian had mentioned after the fight, or at least I saw something about him, because obviously you were fined for that. He was saying he was going to give the money back. Did that end up happening?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He DM'd me yesterday, and he got my address and everything, and he said he was gonna send it in the mail.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, you don't see that often. Obviously, he felt bad for what happened in November with you guys supposed to fight. Was that the reason? I would imagine.
Uh, I don't know. I think it probably played a part in contributing to it, but yeah, like most people that's looking on the outside in, they don't know like you go through a lot. Like fight week, like you go through a lot. So like when like people complain about like fighters that like miss weight, and like it's like, man, just you're not here, you're not doing this. Like you don't know exactly what it's like. So I don't like pretty much fought people for like missing weight for like a pound or a couple of ounces or something. Like shit happens, man. Like sometimes it's out of your control, but like if you like miss weight like grievously, like 5 pounds, 4 pounds, 3 pounds, like yeah, like something's wrong. Like you need to do something different. But like a pound or like a couple ounces, that's nothing, man. Like that's nothing to go crazy over.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. What's next? When are you looking to fight again? I'm sure you have your eye on the calendar this year. Is there a particular card you're looking to get on?
Man, any car, man. I'm just like I'm just get back to training, yeah, and just see what they got to offer, man. See what's out there, man. Whatever makes sense for me, man. I'm gonna take it, but like I'm not like calling people out or like begging or whatever. Like that stuff is like I've never been that type of guy. Like it don't make no sense, man. Like if it's meant to be, it will be, man. Like all that extra stuff is like is detrimental in my opinion.
Is this kind of off the wall question here? We've seen a lot of MMA fighters make that transition to pro wrestling. Is that something you'd ever consider after your career's done? Because you got the whole quick persona and the nickname and all that. Is that something you'd ever do?
I don't know, man. Wrestlers they travel too much, man. They
Maybe if you
travel
get
to
on a lighter schedule, it would be something that would interest you at all, or no?
Yeah, a little bit, but still, I really don't like traveling that much, man. I like to go home. Like I like being at home, man, and like hanging out with like my family and friends, like hanging out with like my little cousins and stuff. Like so, like I don't know, man. Like those dudes travel all through the weekend. It's
Yeah,
they
it's a grind. No, no, it is.
they schedule is brutal, man. I don't know, man. Depending on depending on how it goes, man. Yeah or no.
Did you watch pro wrestling growing up?
Of course, man.
Who was your guy? Who did you like watching, or girl, I should say? Shouldn't.
Man, my favorite like pro wrestler all time was probably Chris Benoit.
Okay. I
The
mean,
rabbit.
unfortunate what happened to him at the tail end of his career, but as far as his run in WCW and everything else, I mean, pretty amazing. And he's a Canadian guy, so I used to keep an eye on him too.
Yeah, man. I just I love the aggression, man. Like that fighting attitude, man. And I love the chops, man. Like he has some of the most vicious chops like you ever seen in your life, man.
Apparently, Mick Foley was at your fight on the card. Did you happen to see him when you were backstage?
No, like what people don't know is like the UFC security during venues is tight, man.
So you can no access to celebrities, I guess.
Man, you're not going anywhere, man. You're not going anywhere. Like that security is tight. Like everywhere you look, every couple feet is security. It's machines. They got like these they got facial recognition. They got like the little chip readers on. Like you ain't going nowhere, man. And then like uh like our badges say no floor access. So we can't even get out on the floor. And if you do get out on the floor, they're not letting you back downstairs.
Even if you're like, hey, by the way, I just fought in there. I won my fight. Any chance I can get a seat up there? I guess they won't do that. No.
It's not gonna happen because like at like sellout events, all the seats are accounted for. So if
Ah,
you go on
gotcha.
the floor, like you in someone's seat, or you're gonna be standing up disrupting somebody from seeing the fight. So it's like it's just bad business. It's just like stand it back or go home. Like
We're looking forward to your next fight, man. Again, congratulations on getting the first UFC win. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours, man.
man, you guys can find me on Instagram at Yo Soy Rapido. You can find me on Twitter at Montel135. I'd like to thank the UFC, Dana White, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, Team Iridium, Jason House, Jacob, Ed. Thank Combat Corner. Thank Virus Gear. They always give me some sick gear. Um, thank Float Life here in Milwaukee. They hook me up with like the sensory deprivation tanks, and that's real essential to like like my fights and stuff. And thank my team, Pure Vita, my coaches, my teammates, all my teammates who like taking knots and bruises and got beat down. Thank you guys. I will tell you I'm sorry, but I'm not. Um, and thank ULCPI. Thank Clint. At Trifecta, man, he prepared all my meals, fight week. So thank that guy. And Clint, next time, don't be stingy with the Presto sauce.